Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? All right, listen, we have something serious to talk about. Okay, so it's been confirmed. Okay, about what happened in Munich, Germany. Okay, they are under attack. It's a vehicular attack that was carried out by military-aged Afghan. 30 people were wounded, including children. Another gift from the globalists, unfortunately. So, this is a cascade of catastrophic events that just unfolded in Germany on the eve of the MSC. This is a result of Germany's appeasement to the jihadist regimes that brings attacks to Munich and takes the life of a German citizen by the name of Jimmy Sharmad, and shamefully silences Iran's opposition leader, Pahlavi Reza, R-E-Z-A. So this is what happened in the last 24 hours, okay? Disinviting Iran's crown prince, Pahlavi Reza. This has happened in the second time under pressure from a regime that kidnaps and tortures and kills not only Iranians, but German and Swedish citizens like Jimmy, or his full name is Jamshid. Okay, it's Jamshid Sharmad. It's a stain on Germany's democratic values. Okay, Jimmy, his daughter is calling for for this to be corrected and apologize and reinvite the crown prince to stand with the voices of freedom and not the Islamists. Now, at the same time, an attack unfolds in Munich, where an extremist, if you will, drove his car into a crowd of demonstrators, injuring 28. Many are in critical condition. While our thoughts are with the victims, I cannot stop and think that this is the third time that this has happened in Germany since Christmas. Okay, Islam and jihadism can no longer be ignored. It's a problem. It's a problem of national security in Germany. Yet, it seems like they're not. It's not being addressed. Okay, like the foreign ministry, they bend over backwards to the Islamists and their powers again and again and again, and the cost of how many more citizens' lives. It's like, come on, man. You know what I mean? So, what is more telling of Germany's surrender and cooperation with the Islamist regime in Iran than yesterday's press release by the UN's WGAD confirming that German American journalist and freedom advocate Jimmy Sharmad used his freedom of speech and expression, was hunted down, he was kidnapped, and then he was taken to Iran, and his life was taken. And his remains are now under investigation in Germany without a single statement, okay, of German authorities. And the silence is deafening and complicit in with these crimes. So, and then you have the appeasement policies put on our heroes, and then, it's the silence is deafening and it's ridiculous. So, Germany, you have a terrorist problem. Okay, you have a terrorist problem, and it's not going to be solved by fascism or mass deportations. The reason for this majority of mass migration, war, asylum seeking, terrorist attacks, hostage crisis, genocides, and national security threats is the existence and the power of the Islamic regime's network. The network that you still fund is their biggest business partner and appeaser. So this Islamic regime lobbies demands are very clear to everyone. Okay, the question is, Germany, what will you decide? What will you decide? Are you going to decide to protect your citizens, or are you going to continue to fund and bend over backwards for these extremists? Okay, because the Munich Security Conference, which is the MSC, has okay, so let me back up because I'm getting upset. So The Crown Prince, okay, Pahlavi Reza. Okay, this is what he had to say. Okay, the Munich Security Conference has disinvited me for the second time in 2 weeks at the behest of the German government under threat from the Islamic regime in Iran. The Ayatollah is pulling the strings in Berlin. This is a betrayal of both the Iranian people and the German democratic values. This German government has not only silenced the voice of the Iranian people, but has actively done the Islamic Republic's bidding. Instead of supporting those fighting for freedom, Germany has chosen to appease a dictatorship that murders its citizens, takes Europeans hostage, and sponsors terrorism. So even this guy is against the Islamic regime, okay? While the foreign ministry denied influencing MSC's decisions, the MSC's latest statement exposes this is a lie. A lie the German government repeated to the German people and the German media. The regime's desperation to block my participation shows its weakness. They're now outsourcing censorship to Berlin, but the Iranian people are resilient and they're strong. They will remember, who sided with their oppressors. Despite Germany's duplicity, Iran will be free. So it just goes to show you that this guy, okay, because he's known as, I think, the voice of freedom or something like that, the Crown Prince, I guess he's against the Islamic regime, okay, and all the terror and whatnot. And Germany is bending over backwards to help these terrorists. And he's just like, well, what are you doing? This is what happens every time you bend over backwards and you keep funding them and funding them and funding them. And then you disinvite me. And this is, you know what I mean? So anyway. All right, so this is all the information that I have so far, but if I find out anything else, I will be sure to bring it to your attention, okay? You guys stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.